Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Proud to be the host hotel of Zips Football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse. Famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth, brought to you again by the Wentz Financial Group. Well, just one game left in the 2019 season. That'll be Tuesday night at InfoCision Stadium as the Zips say goodbye to 18 seniors. That's right, it's senior night as the Ohio University Bobcats come in for the final game of the year. And Coach, we'll talk about the seniors a little bit later, but it's always tough for a coach. I know you haven't known these guys long, but it's always tough to say goodbye to that senior class.
It is. I think it's tough for your entire program. There's a lot of really good guys in that class, and some guys that have set a really great example for us and who have really bought into who we are and what our program's about and the foundation that we're building. And they've been great role models and great examples for our young players of what it takes to be successful, in this program, and we're going to miss them greatly, but they'll always be a part of, of what we're doing here.
Let's talk a little bit about the game down in Oxford the other night. The Zips lose a tough one, 20-17 to the Redhawks of Miami. Coach, I talked to you after the game. I know it's tough to get a moral win, but boy, your guys played so hard all game long and had that chance to tie it or win it in that fourth quarter. Yeah,
they did. They played hard. They played hard for us, all season long. And, we really challenged them this week, especially in that regard, and just, challenge the effort that they play with. And, we have the opportunity to go back and watch the film. My hope was that, all 11 of our guys were going harder, than the guy across from them. And, really, you look back at it and you saw a lot of that. You saw guys playing with outstanding effort, playing, really tough football. And, we needed to. Miami's a really good football team. And I think that was going to be our advantage. And I think it allowed us to really stay in the game and to give ourselves a chance to win it at the end.
All right, let's go back to the campus of Miami University down in Oxford. Let's pick up first half highlights brought to you by ESPNU. Zips come out throwing the football, Coach. Peter Hayes-Patrick, good for 13 yards. I think they're going to get Boogie Knight for one right here. Yeah,
a couple quick, easy completions, trying to get Cato going, get some ball out of his hands, get it to some guys that can do something with it, and I think that helped him.
Here's a look at the defense, which played well all night long. Nearly an interception right there, but boy, I thought the front especially shut down the running game most of the night.
They did. I was really, really excited to see that. We played so much better up front than we did last week, and Miami's a very good team running the football. That's really, what they do to win and to be successful, and they have their play actions and their shots off of that. And I thought our defense did an outstanding job of keeping that run game in check.
Some of the guys that played well in that front four, Dylan Meeks, the young man out of Florida. Of course, John Lako was all over the place as always. Jack Hughes-Cross seemed to play one of his better games of the year.
Yeah, they all did. They all played really well, and, we needed them to. That was the challenge all week long. We talked to our team about, on both sides of the ball, dominating the line of scrimmage. We knew, again, Miami's really physical up front, really physical run game, and our ability to stop that, with our defensive linemen was going to be really important to our ability to keep them out of the end zone.
Just saw that big pass to Nate Stewart that got us in scoring position. Corey Smeagol hits the field goal, and it's 10-3 right now. But looked like Cato really spread the ball out. He had Julian Hicks caught 5 balls, Jeremiah Knight 4. Spread it out pretty well among the receivers.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job, and I thought our wide receivers played well. Again last night, and it was good to see that.
Take a look at that Zip defense again, right in the middle, nothing doing right there. It's the whole center of that Akron line is there to come up with the big stop. And it seemed like they got better and better as the game went along. Nearly another pick right there.
I think I think our confidence really kept growing throughout the game, and we gave up some plays. We missed some tackles and some opportunities that led them to the points that they scored and held them to field goal in a situation, and that situation forced a field goal that they ultimately missed, which was a huge point in that game. And again, I think our defense just played fantastically well.
Cato spreading the ball around again as we look at action late in the first half. I'll tell you, we know he's not 100%, Coach, but he was running through people there a few times when he had to run the football.
Yeah, no, he's a tough kid, and has shown that throughout the year for us, and we appreciate that, and I think our guys appreciate the way that he plays, and it's great here. See Corey Thomas, getting his first start on defense, able to come up with an interception for us.
I think that was Jalen Hooks, a young man on a Warren Harding. It tipped it, and Corey Thomas celebrating a little bit.
Yeah, great to see.
Always fun for those. Got the takeaway pencil, right?
Yeah, it was activated. It was activated last night.
There you go.
That was the key to the game. Really, and that was the difference I think between some of our other games. Is this offensively we did not turn it over. Didn't always play as well as we could play, but we didn't turn it over. We didn't, give them a short field. We didn't put our defense in a bad situation, which is really very critical to winning. And, when your defense can go out and create 2 takeaways and all of a sudden you're +2, that's going to give you that opportunity to, to be in the fight, at the end of the game.
We're going to take a break and take a look at second half in a bit, Coach. But I'll tell you, your team really played well in that second half.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I'll tell you, they came really close to sending that thing in overtime or maybe even winning that game. But we're going to take a break. As we said, 18 seniors say goodbye to the Zip football faithful on Tuesday night, their last game. We're going to come back and honor some of those young men, talk to them right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
The University of Akron is more than a college or campus.
It's a connection to the community.
To the thousands of opportunities right here in Northeast Ohio.
And to the partnerships with employers and organizations.
Like the LeBron James Family Foundation, where we connect kids to life-changing possibilities.
It's the strength of UA, this city, and these connections.
It's where students make an impact on their community and in the world.
While still making an impact
in the classroom,
on the track,
in the boardroom,
and in my community.
That's what makes us the University of Akron.
Well, if you played high school football or college football, you never forget that final game. Coach, I'm sure you never forget your final high school game or your final college game, right?
I certainly won't. Unfortunately for me, they were both losses in the semifinals. In high school, we lost to Canton McKinley in the state semifinals on the last play of the game. And then my senior year at John Carroll, we lost to Mount Union in the national semifinals.
Right.
So I will not forget those, for a lot of reasons. But again, that camaraderie and the time that you spend and the investment that you make, into a team and to your teammates and a program is so special. And when that comes to an end, it's always difficult. But when you've given everything that you've had and you've put everything into it, you can walk away, feeling really proud of what you've done and what you've been a part of.
18 seniors play their final game Tuesday night against Ohio University. That game will kick off at 6 o'clock. Right now, let's meet a few of those guys playing their final game in the blue and gold.
Man, it's been everything to play here. Got an opportunity to play Division I, get a scholarship. That was something, you dream of as a kid. You always want to be Division I quarterback especially, and I got the opportunity to do that, and I met so many great people. Some of my best friends are from here, and I have everlasting relationships from here. I couldn't be more thankful for the University of Akron for that.
It meant a lot to me, honestly. A different culture change for me, but it's been a great long 4 years, and I'm happy to be a senior now, ending it off the right way with my brothers.
It means a lot to me, honestly. Just getting away from home, being able to come play Division I football is really a blessing. Not everybody gets to do it, so I appreciate it.
It's been surreal. I wasn't a highly recruited guy, and the chances that I was given here and the way I've developed playing here, it's meant the world.
Playing football here in the University of Akron was a big step in my life. You know, I coming here from coming where I come from, you know, it's a big step, and I appreciate everything the coaches did for me and all the coaches will do for me.
It's been a great opportunity. It's been a great character building experience. I've learned a lot since I've been here, and I've grown as a man since I've been here.
Man, my favorite memory is the MAC championship game of 2017 at Ford Field. I threw a touchdown pass, so that was pretty cool, throwing a touchdown pass at a professional stadium. So
after I graduate, I'm trying to pursue in the NFL. If not, you know, I just pursue my degree in sports management, you know, be a coach or anything possible, you know.
I'm praying for the NFL, but if not, hopefully I can be a coach.
I have some doors that'll open and close. I'm planning on working out, and you know, just there's some doors that open and close. So.
Plan is to go train for the NFL. If that doesn't work out, I'll probably pursue my master's degree. Well, hopefully I can get a shot at the NFL. If not, I have a degree in sales and marketing, so I plan to start like a real estate job down there in Florida, so that's where I'm going next.
For my teammates behind, I just want to say, just listen to your coach, do what all your coaches do, and just do everything right on and off the field, you know, so you can represent for the university.
The message I'll leave to my brothers, man, take advantage. It goes really fast, man. Take advantage of every opportunity. They don't come a lot.
Well, to my brothers, I just want to say work hard at everything that you do, put in extra effort, and no matter what, you'll always rise to the top.
Keep trusting the process. You know, it's a tough season obviously right now, but first year staff and everything, everything's gonna build, everything's gonna grow. And this is my 6th year, and it feels like it's been 6 days. You know, so it flies by. Just don't overlook anything, and you know, take advantage of every opportunity, and just love the process. Just to keep working and keep elevating. I want to come back and it be better than what we left it.
You know, I just want to say, you know, we really are doing things the right way, and it's going to get a lot better. And I believe it. I believe in the staff, and I believe in everyone who's still here. And you know, when we come back in a couple years and we're winning the MAC East, it's all going to be worth it.
Coach, I remember talking to you after spring football. The senior class really had to buy in. You had a new coaching staff. They had to buy in what you were teaching, and most of them did. Oh, all of them did.
Yeah, they have. You know, I think that was, you know, that was one thing that was really great for us, for our staff, was, you know, never at any point did we feel that we didn't have that buy-in and that we didn't have that support, and that our players weren't excited about, you know, our program and excited about what we were doing and the way we were doing things. And, you know, there's some things that, you know, that were different for them. There's some things that were, you know, we're asking them to do that they hadn't been asked to do in the past, and certainly some things that challenged them, you know, in some different ways, but I think they all recognize the reasons why and how that's beneficial to them as individuals, as football players, and how that ultimately, you know, is beneficial for our program.
We're going to take a break, come back and watch second half action down at Oxford this past week, so don't go away. We're back right after this.
Roman was born with a hole in his heart. But thanks to the experts at Summa, who found the problem and fixed it quickly, he's feeling 26 again. Not 76. Minimally invasive heart procedures, many performed in under 2 hours. Summa Health, vital for getting back in the game and more.
Miller Lite is brewed for great taste with only 96 calories and 0 grams of sugar. So when one's done, it's the perfect time to start another. Miller Lite, hold true.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth. Coach, most fans, in fact all fans, don't get a chance to go into a locker room at halftime of a college football game. There's not a lot of time to talk, or is there? What goes on in there? What happened the other night down in Oxford?
Well, you know, it starts out for us anyway. As soon as our players all get into the locker room, Coach Hurd, our special teams coordinator, gathers up all the special teams players and kind of reviews, you know, kind of the first half and the adjustments that we need to make, you know, kind of the plan going into the second half. While that's happening, the offensive staff and the defensive staff are in the coaches area of the locker room, and they're going through their adjustments and their plan, things that went well, things that didn't go well, you know, what the plan is, you know, coming out, you know, all those sorts of things. And then, you get with the players and you kind of talk them through the plan and kind of get them excited and motivated for the second half. And by the time that's all done, you got about 2 minutes and you're sprinting out to the field to get about a minute warm up and you're ready to go.
Whatever you said, Coach, certainly worked the other night. A great second half for the Zips down in Oxford. Right now we're going to go back to Miami and take a look at second half highlights brought to you again by ESPNU. We're going to see the offense score. We're going to see the defense score in the second half, Coach, and that's always fun to spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you can get a defensive touchdown, that increases your probability of winning significantly, and that was a huge play for us. At a point where we really needed it. We needed somebody to step up and somebody to make a play, and fortunately it came on the defensive side, and Laco had a great run. Jaquez Cross had a big time block that kind of sprung Laco initially, and it was a really exciting moment for us on the sideline. And I think at that point, everybody had a great confidence and a belief that we were going to come out on the right side of things.
They had a young quarterback, Brett Gabbard, kid out of St. Louis, and I thought he took some big hits. I thought you really had some solid hits on that young quarterback.
Well, I thought our Coach Feeney and our defensive staff put together a really great plan, to pressure him on third downs and try to get the ball out and to get some hits on him. And we had to deal with it all week at practice. Cato, after the interception, after this play here, Cato was talking to Coach Feeney. I know what he feels like. I had to go through that all week long, and so it was good to see that practice execution become a game reality for us, and opportunity for Laco to get into the end zone was just an awesome play. Just a really, really athletic play, catch, and great job finishing, guys running, going through our takeaway protocol, and just an outstanding job.
The play before that, we're going to take a look at it again, Coach, but it was A.J. Watts, the freshman, and also had a nice play dropping them for a loss. So back-to-back good defensive plays. Yeah, A.J. had a big-time stop. It was earlier in the game. I think it was in the first half on a 3rd and 2 that he pressured off the backside of the run and ran it down and tackled it behind the line of scrimmage. Really impressed with A.J. He's just a good football player. Hadn't been playing the game very long. Doesn't know what he's, even what he's doing yet in this point in his career. And for him to be out there playing at the level that he is pretty special. And he's a guy that we're extremely excited about. Boogie Knight with a 17-yard reception there. Cato's going to run for 9. And now the big pass to Tim Scipio. They found him in the end zone, Coach. Yeah, it was a great job. Really had a good call up. They were playing quarters coverage. The safety put his eyes in the backfield with the run, and Tim was able to get behind the corner and the safety, and Cato made a great throw, great timing, and big time play for us. Of course, I was up in the press box for most of the game. I saw that thing open up. You just wondered if Cato was going to see it too. Yeah, we all saw it as well, and just like, hey, get it out, get it out there to him, and fortunately he did. Cato again scrambling as the Zips are trying to come back, Coach, late in the game and at least get into field goal position to send it into overtime. Yeah, had a good drive, towards the end of the game, that gave ourselves a chance. We got down in there to about near the 35-yard line, which is right on that borderline of field goal range for us. And unfortunately, had a holding call on first down that's put us into a 2nd and long. Really thought we had a really good play up, on that holding call, an opportunity maybe even to get the ball in the end zone for sure to get it in the field goal range. Had that holding call that really set that drive back for us. Of course, you punted the football, Coach. It was, I think, 4th and long, and your best chance, I agreed with you, punt the football. Your defense was playing well all game long. Get a stop and get it back. Yeah, I think if you needed a touchdown, I think it would have been a different situation. Yeah. But where we were, it was 4th and 34. Exactly. And we have a difficult time converting 3rd and 2. Exactly. So felt that we could punt, had 2 timeouts, get the ball back with 40 some seconds. Needing a field goal. Sure. Felt great about that, and unfortunately had great plays defensively 1st and 2nd down, and then they popped one on us, on 3rd down and sealed the game. Zips lose a tough one, 20-17. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our play of the game, our player of the game, little scouting report on Ohio University right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
Okay, welcome back. Every time of this week, we announce our player of the game, and our play of the week brought to you by the Wentz Financial Group. And there was a lot of candidates for our player of the game. We went with John Lako, the senior out of Monroe, Michigan. Boy, he had a great game, coach. He intercepted a Miami pass, returning it 64 yards for a touchdown. That was in the third quarter. In addition, he registered 14 tackles, 6 solo, 8 assists, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. As usual, he was all over the place.
He was. He has been for us. He's one of those seniors that means so much to me, and who I'm so proud of, and who's been such a great influence on our program just in general, and who supported us and our staff and what we're about and what we're building here. Just can't say enough great things about John, and I think he's truly a guy that has a football still in him,
sure.
And ahead of him, and I really hope that somebody gives him a chance. And every scout that comes through, I'll sit down with and I'll say, hey, you need to find a way to take Lako.
Yeah.
I don't care if you draft him or take him as a free agent, but you bring him into your training camp, you will not be able to cut him. He's just that special of a person, and just an outstanding player. So very, very proud of him, and he played an outstanding game yesterday.
A lot of people forget, Coach, that he was a walk-on. He did not have a scholarship. He came to the University of Akron and earned a scholarship.
That's right, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. Guys that that want to be a part of your program, and guys that truly appreciate the opportunity when it's given to them, and what they make of themselves, and what they do for your team. So Lako's a great example and a great reminder to us that when you go out in recruiting, it's not always about who's got what kind of ratings and how many offers does this person have. It's about going finding players that fit your program,
right.
With the right character, the right makeup, and Lako's going to be an example for us that we're going to talk about in recruiting.
Sure. Let's take a look at the play of the game, and this week's play of the game comes from wide receiver Tim Scipio, 6'2", 210-pound sophomore out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, was on the receiving end of a 34-yard touchdown pass from Cato Nelson in the fourth quarter, getting the Zips within 3 points at 20-17, and he's just one of, I think, a really good group of wide receivers. They're going to be back again next year.
Yeah, it's a young group of wide receivers who have really come on, and I think have developed very nicely throughout the course of the season. And Tim has played really well lately, and I think kind of starting to realize the potential that he has. And we've talked about it on the show before, but Tim was a guy in spring that really stood out to me, and you're just waiting for that opportunity, waiting for him to go and capitalize and be the player that he's capable of, and I think he's starting to show that for us now.
Don't forget Tuesday night, the final home game of the season over at InfoCision Stadium. Ohio University comes into town, and that'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff. Hope to see a lot of fans there to say goodbye to 18 seniors. Coach, the Bobcats put a bunch of points on Bowling Green the other night, 66. So another challenge for your defense coming up Tuesday night.
Absolutely. I think a challenge for our program. This is a very good football team, a team that's used to winning, a team that's extremely well coached, that plays very hard, very physical style of football. So I think it'll be a great challenge for our defense and for everybody else in our program as well.
Nathan Rourke is the senior quarterback, and I think he's one of the outstanding quarterbacks in this league. Good option quarterback. He can run, he can throw, he can do pretty much everything.
He can, and I think he really drives the ship, for that team. He's a really special player, very athletic, as you mentioned, can hurt you with his arm and his legs, and he's just a smart, tough, competitive guy, and we're excited to go against him.
That'll be 6 o'clock Tuesday night, InfoCision Stadium, as Akron says goodbye to their 18 seniors. For head coach Tom Arth, I'm Joe Dunn. We'll see you back here next week, and always remember, go Zips.
Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health, it's your health, let's own it together. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, proud to be the host hotel of Zips football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Learfield IMG College.